Are you paying more and more for your Google Ads but seeing the same old results, or maybe even worse? Trust me, you are not alone. In this explainer, we are going to pull back the curtain on a super powerful strategy to find hidden, high-value orders that Google's algorithm might just be keeping from you. Okay, let's get right into it. I mean, you know that exact feeling, right? Your ad costs just keep climbing, but the results? They're not keeping up. It's such a common story, and it is just incredibly frustrating for businesses out there who are simply trying to find new customers and, grow. So why on earth does this happen? To really get it, we need to look at the very heart of Google's business model. Because right there's a fundamental conflict of interest with advertisers. Well, with advertisers like you. Just look at this. In 2023, a whopping 77% of Google's revenue came directly from ads. Now, what does that mean? It means there is a massive, constant incentive for Google to maximize its own profits, which, let's be honest, isn't always aligned with getting you the best possible return on your ad spend. In this quote right here, it just perfectly captures the mindset. Evidence from the big Department of Justice antitrust case against Google revealed that internally they actually call this process shaking the cushions. I mean, the analogy is perfect, right? It's like they're digging for loose change in our sofas while we're just trying to run a business.
It wasn't always this way. Google used to have a more transparent model called a victory auction. In that system, things were simple. You'd pay just a tiny bit more than the next highest bidder. Seemed fair, but that has all changed. Now, we're dealing with this opaque black box algorithm that's designed to do one thing and do it exceptionally well, predict exactly how much you are willing to pay, and then push you right to that limit.
But here's the thing. This new system isn't just a passive algorithm sitting there. That very same Department of Justice case uncovered a whole playbook of active, behind-the-scenes manipulations all designed to get advertisers to spend more. So the key takeaway here is that these are not just theories. These were named internal projects. You had Project Momiji, which secretly inflated runner-up bids. You had a tactic they called squashing that raised the price against the highest bidder. And then RGSP, which allowed Google to just subtly hike prices over time. All of this means you're almost definitely paying more for the exact same ad placement. Okay, so the deck is pretty clearly stacked against us as advertisers. But what if there was a smarter way to play the game? Well, this is exactly where the idea of shadow orders comes in. Let's dig into this new approach. Now, first things first, let's be crystal clear. This is not about cheating the system, not at all. Google's shadow orders are about working smarter within Google's own rules. It's a completely ethical, policy-compliant strategy to take back control by being way more deliberate about the data you feed Google's algorithm. Think about the normal way most people run Google Ads. It's kind of like you're standing on a rooftop with a megaphone, just shouting your budget, your target cost per sale, your conversion values for everyone to hear. And guess who's listening the closest? You got it, Google's profit-maximizing algorithm. The shadow orders approach is the total opposite of that. Instead of shouting, you're whispering. You feed the algorithm just enough information to get by, but you keep your real strategy, like how valuable those customers really are to you, a very closely guarded secret. So, how does this whole whispering strategy actually work in the real world? Let's break down the practical steps to turn this really cool idea into a real advantage for your business. It all boils down to 4 key steps. First, you hunt for what we call long-tail keywords. These are those longer, really specific search terms that have way less competition. This lets you target motivated buyers at a lower cost. Next, you use a Google tool called offline conversions. This lets you tell Google which clicks actually led to sales, but with a strategic twist. And that brings us to step 3, you control your data. You can slightly underreport the value of your sales, which allows you to do step 4, train the algorithm to work for you, not just for Google's bottom line. And this right here perfectly illustrates the core tactic. It's brilliant. By using one of Google's own tools to slightly underreport the value of a sale, you make those conversions seem less profitable to the algorithm. It sees a lower return on ad spend and thinks, maybe these clicks aren't worth as much. And that, in turn, keeps your costs way down. You're basically flying under the radar while secretly winning these high-value customers. But look, does this strategy actually deliver? I mean, what are the numbers? Well, an analysis of over 3,000 stores by Adam Sturrock at retailerboost.com found that in really competitive markets, we're talking autos, toys, stores using this strategy saw an average revenue increase of 124%. These are real incremental sales they simply would not have gotten otherwise. Okay, I get it. This sounds really powerful, but it also sounds kind of complicated. So how can a busy store owner actually implement this kind of sophisticated strategy without being a full-time Google Ads expert? That's a really fair question, and the answer is actually simpler than you might think. That is exactly where a tool like retailerboost.com comes into the picture. It's been specifically designed to automate this entire shadow orders strategy we've just been talking about, making it simple and, get this, completely risk-free to put into action. Let's just do a quick side-by-side comparison. With your traditional ads, you take on all the financial risk. The costs are unpredictable, you share all your valuable performance data with Google, and your return on ad spend is a total roller coaster. Now with a Retailer Boost approach, there is zero risk. You only pay for results, your data stays private, and you get a fixed, predictable return. It's a game changer. So here's the most important point. Retailer Boost actually funds the ad campaigns with their own capital, so you have zero upfront ad spend risk. None. You only pay a fixed commission on the sales they generate for you. Your sensitive data, your budgets, your targets, it's never shared with Google. It's all about finding that extra revenue you'd otherwise completely miss out on. By breaking away from the standard playbook, you can finally stop playing Google's game and start making their platform truly work for you. So the real question is, are you ready to find those orders that Google has been hiding from you? Visit retailerboost.com to learn more.